actually know what is true for you? Welcome to Tools to Create a Better Life with myself, Glenyce Hughes. Thank you so much for being here. I am so incredibly grateful for you. We are not pet sitting right now. No, I am at my friend Maureen's, and yes, that sign behind me, if you're watching this on video, does say, "Go out and fuck shit up." I might have gifted that to her. I love it so much. And hubby is volunteering at the Edmonton Folk Festival on main stage, as he has for decades. So a little bit different this week. Do you actually know what is true for you? I received an email sometime, maybe a month, maybe 6 weeks ago, that really got me looking at something. And the email was from somebody on my email list. And she was so kind just to send an email saying, "Hey, I'm actually going to unsubscribe. Nothing personal, but I have consumed so much content over the years that I actually don't even know what is mine anymore. I don't know what my voice is. I don't know what is true for me." And it really got me looking at that for myself. Like, do I know? There's things that somebody could say something and I would have almost like an automatic response to what they say based on all of the information that I've consumed over the years. Is it actually true for me? If I didn't have that other information that I had consumed, what would my response be? Yeah, right? I mean, it's such a different energy. It's such a different idea of really getting present. One of my hot topics that I talk about a lot, really being aware of you, of us, of ourselves. Because there's, especially now, I'm going to say especially now because I'm in that age group that, I remember a time where we didn't have constant information. Like, before social media. Thankfully, honestly, for me growing up, there wasn't social media. So I still got information, of course, and all of that, but it's different. And now there's so much information. And I don't know about you, I can't speak for you, I'll just speak for myself. A lot of times, if I see something, so for example, like on TikTok, there's a lot of videos that come up in my feed about castor oil. So I went and bought castor oil because all those videos had really, great things to say about castor oil. Now, it actually does seem to work. My body does seem to enjoy it. It does seem to be doing what all the things are being said it would do. And what makes me think that they know? Like, there's just this idea that if somebody is talking about it, then it's actually true. And it's true for them. Is it true for you? And then those of us who are, say, in the self-empowerment field that do other studies, such as, of course, access consciousness or, human design, theta healing, Reiki. I mean, there's so many. I could just list them on and on and on. We've got the information from those. Is it actually true for us? And are you willing to be honest with you when it isn't? Right? It's a different idea. So when this gal wrote that, I was just like, wow, and how cool. And if you're listening, you'll know who you are. And I just thank you again for your email, to really inspire me to look at that for myself and to not just automatically go into, that this is true and this is what I believe, or, if whoever says it and I'm following them, if they say it, then it has to be true. What if it isn't? And I know that, logically we could say, oh no, we filter it through our awareness, or we check in, or all of those things. And I wonder, do you? Do you really? And I know for myself, I've really started paying attention to what I do say, how I do respond to, to clients in classes and sessions and friends and, interactions, however it is, to start really getting a sense of what is actually true for me. What if it doesn't have to be an always and forever or 100%? If you are following gosh, I can't remember her name, but there's a lady on TikTok that there's a lot of videos people have just kind of taken from her classes and stuff about different healing things, specifically castor oil, the ones that I've watched. And I believe her first name is Barbara. And, you could actually watch those and have some of them be true for you and some of them not. Right? You don't have to take it as all or nothing, or this is just the way it is, or they said it so it must be true, or they said it so it's my, what's true for me. Now, how would you know what is true for you? For me, and I this is what I teach to a lot of people, is just to start recognizing that how does it feel in your body? Because our body is like this big sensory organ that will let us know. So if something's true for us, often there is an expansiveness to it, a lightness to it. Now, it depends on what your strength is in awareness. If you perceive energy, it's going to be more of a feeling, like a lightness. If you know energy, if you're a know-it-all, as we would say, then it's going to be more of a knowing. And then if it isn't true for you, there's a heaviness or a denseness. And you would just, again, perceiving, it would be a dense or heavy. And if you're a knower, you would just know. And for me, a lot of times, it's when I'm either thinking about it or talking about it that I can really get a sense of it. So it might be that you need to start, kind of paying attention when you're talking or even just thinking about something, and where is your energy with that? And I know it might even sound like a lot of work, but it actually isn't, because you're saying or thinking those things anyway. It's more just about starting to pay attention to what is going on with your body as you're doing that. And sometimes our body can really gift us. I've had times where I start talking and then I forget what I'm saying. Now, sometimes that's just part of life. Sometimes it is a way of my body saying, like, no, stop, like this isn't contributing, or sometimes could have a coughing fit, stuff like that, where you could start and just go, oh wow, okay, what is this? What's going on? Check in with your body so that you can really start getting a sense of what is actually true for you. And what if it's okay, if it's totally different from all the people you follow or all the modalities you've studied or all the different things, the education you've received? Like, what if it's okay if it is different? And that's probably going to be the biggest part for all of us, is to be okay if it's different than what the people around you have said. And isn't that where our gifts are? Right? Because it's like, we don't want to, all have like, say the same information about something and all believe it to be true. And that's just the way it is. How many years ago was it like the earth was flat? I mean, really, nothing new would ever be found. Nothing new would ever be created if we all just went, oh, okay, yes, the earth is flat and that's just the way it is, la-di-da, right? Like, it takes us being courageous and knowing what's true for us and voicing that, even if it's just to us. I don't mean you've got to go out into the world and, start putting on social media things, different awarenesses you have or different information. You can if you would like, of course, but it's not about that. It's actually about it for you, so that when you are in situations where you have something said to you, information given to you, however it is, and it isn't true for you, you actually know and trust that it isn't true for you. If you haven't watched The Vow on, I believe it's on Prime, that is an eye-opener of a show. And it's easy, I would say it's easy to watch that and say, oh, those people, they're just, gullible, they're this, they're that. And I would suggest watching it through different filters rather than that. Really look at how easily we will allow people to give us information and we take it as true and real. And we make it true and real, and we really solidify it. And so The Vow is one, and then also the podcast A Little Bit Culty. I just love that title. They're two of the people that run that podcast are actually, they star in the, well, star, that's not the correct term, but the vow is, based on the cult that they were a part of. And so on a little bit culty, they do talk, different shows about the vow itself, but also they interview other people too. And the one I just listened to, which was so good, was a very recent one. So it would have been end of July or August of 2023 around human trafficking. And it was really eye-opening to me personally, because it's not an information that I have much about. I'm grateful for, and all about educating myself. And this woman was human trafficked, and how easy it was for the guys to do that to her. And I'll let you listen to the show to get it, but it's kind of goes back to that idea that we just go, oh no, logically that we would never do that and we'd never let that happen. But this really is about educating ourselves and trusting ourselves. At least it has been for me, to really start paying attention to what is actually true for me. Even if I never ever talk about it publicly, it's okay just for me to know it's not true, or it is true, or whatever that is. So I invite you to start looking at that for yourself in terms of what is actually true for you, and how is your body when you talk about things or think about things or hear things. It doesn't even have to be just about, you being the one delivering it. It could be that you're watching the reel, or you're watching a class or something. Start paying attention to where is your body with that, and what is that for you. So have a great week, sweet friends. I've still got sessions on deep discounts. Would love to play with you. You can check out the link above or below. If you don't see a link, read out and I will get it for you. And I look forward to chatting again next week.